Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very exciting video because the studio, as you can see, is complete. It's getting cleared out. This garage, you can see it's already made a lot of progress with clearing out this end. It's going to be converted into my new studio. So, little update, here it is. It's still an absolute mess and it's super dusty. You can see down here. That's after like a tad of sweeping, so yeah, a lot of work. The junk is gone. There's a few bikes and stuff there, but all of the wood, the ladders, the tools, all of that stuff is now empty. That was the most difficult part. We've also emptied off the top of this cabinet and the inside. There was lots of stuff in there. So we're kind of getting to the little bits. We've got some tidying to do, hoovering. We've got to kind of organise the bikes. There's a few golf clubs and stuff which need to be thrown away. And then it's silly things like we've got this on the wall. So this is a spanner. I'm not wielding some sort of weapon. And I'm just gonna try and unscrew things like this. There's also a board up there behind the gas meter which has some nails in it. Try and get rid of them. And we've just taken the last bit off the wall. This horrible plank of wood with nails sticking out all over it. I had to kind of weave it out from behind there, held in by these horrible rusty nails. So that was pleasant, but it is now out. And I think that's the last thing that needs to be, oh no, I've just seen something else. There's another block in the wall. And you can see the white wall is now painted and the ceiling is painted because while I was painting the wall, I decided I would do the roof. Now that included 1 layer of primer and 2 coats of white paint. So I'm very glad that is done. And as you saw, I was sewing. The other half of the room is also done. We have black curtains around half of the room and then white on the other half. And more, the desk is complete. So here you can see I have a monitor, I have my laptop, I have my cameras, and then a few decorations and just storage behind. So the curtains are hung using curtain wire. I've got each of the curtains hung up on this wire. They're just hooked onto eyes in the roof. And behind the curtain, again, we have storage areas where the pipes are. This wall is covered up. We've got some plug sockets, extension lead down to the floor. It's the behind the scenes of the studio. I have a little keyboard just for a bit of fun. There's just one more thing that we need in this room because as a photographer, you need light. And luckily, guess what arrived this morning? It's an enormous package. Now I gave a clue away on what's in this package, but it's the biggest parcel that I've ever received. It was actually a huge faff doing that transition. I'll show you the behind the scenes because it was hilarious. There's not too much inside. I was expecting a lot more than that. So we've got a few smaller boxes that came in one very large box. You've got this one. And this one. And the backdrop stand is now up. So it's time for parcel number 2. For the moment that you've all been waiting for, the lights are set up, I have the remote ready, and I'm about to press the switch. Now, we've just got to enjoy this feeling, okay? You ready? The lights are on. Now the colours are probably going crazy at the moment because I've got it on a functional setting where it switches between the colours gradually. It gives a lovely atmosphere. I love the kind of smooth transitions. But anyway, I'll stop you guys from waiting. Here are the lights. You can see I've got a light overhead and 2 in front of me. Now, this setup is incredible. I've got the backdrop, I've got a white piece of cotton, put it over the backdrop, and we have a perfect backdrop for taking photos. Now these lights are getting a bit intense, so we're just going to go to white lighting, and you can do this all on the remote. You can do it individually, or you can just do all of them at the same time like I am now. It's really handy. You can do a color. We're going to be on purple, and it can just stay on this color, or if I just change the settings, I'm not sure if you can see that, we're going to change the number. As we change it down, we're going to change to, I don't know what we are, we're green, there's green. And so yeah, really, really easy to use. Then we can go back to the color changing mode, but white is the best mode for now, so I can finish off filming. This lighting is incredible for photos. I'm going to be able to take so many photos and they're going to look professional. I don't have huge softboxes. Now I'll explain in another video why I went for these lights, but quickly, right now, 1, they were an affordable price. 2, you got 3 of them, and 4, there's not an enormous softbox. Now in this small space, I don't want huge softboxes. More to the point, I don't have room for huge softboxes, and so having these thin LED panels means that I get just as much light. It's still nice and soft, but I don't have the issue of space. So, that is lighting done. That is the backdrop done. My desk is done. The keyboard has been relocated because it doesn't plug in anymore. It doesn't really work over there. So, we've got flooring. Still potentially an issue, but we can work with that. We can still use it as a studio, and the main lighting just for the room is also broken. The progress we've made, though, is incredible. This space has turned from a horrible, dusty garage full of junk into an almost fully usable studio. Obviously, in the process, we've made a lot of trash. I've got tons of cardboard here. I've got buckets of paint, brushes, that kind of stuff. And it's going really well. In fact, it's going so well, I think we can almost draw this video to a close. So I will take some photographs in here. I'll show you those photographs we've got. And if you have any questions about conversion or about small studios or what you should get for your small studio or how to make a studio at home, any questions, ask them in the comments below. I've done this all myself. I've gone through everything through the building process. I've done the money. I've done everything for this studio. And I'd love to help you guys out if you want to do the same and kind of start a little business for photography or just have a studio at home. You're going to see a lot more of this studio in videos because I'm going to be using it for every video. This is now my office. I'm going to be filming, photographing, doing just my admin out here, and yeah. We'll turn the lights off. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.